here the home controller is the child class. Is it making sense? That is inheritance. That is the application of this inheritance, and it is the beauty of this inheritance, because in the controller whatever thing is there, I am able to use those things in my home controller. Okay. Otherwise, what I have to do in the home controller itself, I have to write so many things. So let us see if it is if it allows. We'll see. We'll see how many things we have to write. See, we have to write so many things. If we will not inherit from there, ଯଦି ମୁଁ ଗୋଟେ ଲୋକ ଜନ୍ମ ହେଲା ତାକୁ କହିବ ନା ତୁ ତ ବାବା ପ୍ରପର୍ଟି ବେଦଖଲ କରିଦେବୁ, ତାହେଲେ ତାକୁ ବାବା ନା ଛଡା କିଛି ମିଳିବନି। ତ ସ୍କ୍ରାପ ରୁ ତାକୁ ଖଟି ଖଟି ମେହନତ କରି ସବୁ କିଛି କରିବାକୁ ପଡିବ। By the time he achieve anything, he will be dead. Listen. Similarly, ଏଠି ତୁମେ ଯଦି କମ୍ପ୍ୟୁଟର ଏତେ ଜିନିଷ ଯଦି ଲେଖିବ, ତାହେଲେ ତୁମ ଟାଇମ ତ ୱେଷ୍ଟ ହେଇଗଲା ଏଠି ନା। बना बनाया जिनस किसी रेडीमेड है कि रोज ये प्रॉपर्टी तुम ये व्यू डाटा टेम्प डाटा सी है ये सब जिनस सुनिबा काले मैं आगो के कहथि ना एट देख एटा अछि ना पब्लिक व्यू डाटा डिक्शनरी व्यू डाटा then temp data, these things you will use tomorrow onwards. So what you have to do, you have to define this again. If you will not inherit from the constructor, constructor is the base class. Sorry. That is the controller. Controller is the base class and home controller is the child class. So I am inheriting from the controller class means I am acquiring the properties of the controller class. Yes or no? See. Now I'll show you how it is really working. Let me, why is showing error? Now see, it is fine. Now it is working fine. Now let us build it. We'll see whether it is correct or wrong. There is something wrong. There is one error. What is the error? Return error view model activity current. Let's delete it. Let's build complete. Succeed one failed. See, one error is there. The type or namespace error view model could not be found. Are you missing the error view model? See here. See. Just example here. Error view model. तुम्हें यदि inheritance use न कलो, कोई जिनको import न कलो, then this will happen. What is this error view model? You have to define it again. Now see what is the fixing here. So potential fixes using test.models. That means inside there it is not there. Now see, I am using the concept of this namespace and importing the namespace using namespace. So it is gone. Now no zero errors. Now we'll build it. Build solution. After that I'll show you something without inheritance. I will not inherit and I will try to access those things. See, you'll get one succeed. Okay. Now we'll close it. Now see, home controller is the derived class, controller is the parent class. Clear? खाली पढ़ले से सब जिंस को टाइम मिलबनी because there are so many things. ते खाली कोई की तुमको बुझिया पड़िबो ना. That's why this is the preparation. So home controller. Now what was the in the metadata in the controller class? What is there? See here. Suppose for the sake of the example, I will demonstrate this view bag, view data and temp data. Let us see temp data. Temp data. I'll show here. See, temp data it is showing here. What you will write, that is your job from tomorrow. I am giving it to you. Temp data. Now it is a valid keyword showing here. Valid word, yes or no? Temp data. Now see. Suppose some message I am writing about here. What is its use? You will learn. Suppose temp data. That means what is its use? I am sending one data from one page to another page, but it can be used only once. Suppose in some case, in real life scenarios, think, suppose I am doing some insertion or updation. Suppose the insertion is perfect, so I will send a message. Your registration is successful. You want to send show some message. Your registration is successful. So from how I will do it, I will use this temp data and temp data message, and I will show this temp data in the other page that your registration is successful. Clear? Now it is working fine. No error. How can I see here? See, no error. Zero error. See here. Okay. Now what I will do? I will try to do something with this. Now I will not inherit. What happened? 5 errors. So to fix these 5 errors, you have to define what temp data is, because computer knows nothing other than 0 and 1. Simple thing. You have to explain everything. You have to write code. What is that temp data and what is its use? After once it is used once, the value will be no more there. All those things you have to write. But who is helping us? This concept of inheritance is helping us. See, in the controller class, everything is different. See, if you expand it, you can see more. See, it is that side is open source. Everything is given to you. Okay. But it is better not to do any mistake with these things, because you will do something over here, so you might not, there will be build error and you might not sort it out. Okay. See the things. Okay. Then you have an example, you can see I am closing it. So basic concept is, now you know what is the use of this inheritance. ठीक है आज जे जब पढुतले जामारे कि सी प्लस प्लस से कौन करथि खाली ओटा डाटा मेंबर था x से x इनहेरिटेड देखै देले काम सरला इनहेरिटेंस कंप्लीट, बट इट इज नॉट ऑल अबाउट इनहेरिटेंस, इट इज द रियल गेम ऑफ इनहेरिटेंस. Okay, so control Z. Now see, everything is here. Error, view is error, temp data is error, and so many bunch of errors are there. So control Z, controller. Clear? Now everything is clear. Okay. So this is the beauty of inheritance. Now come to the concept. The non-derived class, it is deriving from the base class. So in the base class, what are the data members? Name and subject are there. So what we are doing? Okay, in the derived class, console.writeLine derived class. In the derived class, very good. Okay, it is one class test. Okay, now we are testing what we are getting in the derived class. Constructor inheritance has a nokari was the MJ how inheritance so we have derived the data member and the member required data and member function from the base class to the derived class. So in the test, it is another class test. Inside here, the main function is there. We are not using we are using top level statements. Okay. Then derived obj is equal to new derived. So here we are creating the object of which class? Oh, class object बनो दे. 8 कैमरा कमर देखो. डिस्प्ले को बाकी साइड So what we are doing? Derived obj new derived. So here we are creating the object of the derived class. So what is in the derived class? From the base class, what we will get? Public. It is public, so it will be inherited. So name, subject, everything will be inherited. Now we'll see whether it is accessible or not. Obj.reader occurs CSAR. Obj.reader function I am calling. The reader function is present where? Is it present in the derived class? No. What? It has been derived from the base class. Otherwise, if it would not be here, and I would not have inherited the base class from the base class, this function would be showing error. Obj.readers doesn't exist. From where it is getting? from the base class. It is inherited to the derived class, and I am accessing from the derived class. Clear? With the blood reader, Akash sees. So what will happen? Akash will be assigned over here. Just perfect. Now I'll go to the method overloading. Method overloading also you know these concepts in your C++ and Java. So what is overloading? तो हम लोग को बहुत सारा काम बोले लोग अच्छी तक जो तू काम पाठ पढ़ तक जो तू देंगे एग्जाम दे तक समर इंटर्नशिप कर so that is overloading. You people are doing overloading कॉलेज में पढ़ने एग्जाम दे एग्जाम पाठ पढ़ लो still then you are doing this program so that means you are doing overloading. You are a student over there, you are attending this program. Okay. Similarly, that means there are two types of overloading. One is operator overloading, function overloading. You must have known. So operator overloading is one operator doing multiple work. That means plus operator. Plus operator, I know it can add to suppose integers k plus 2. But if I add two objects, then that is operator overloading. Clear? Similarly, here function overloading or method overloading. What is concept? That means one function. Function name is one, but it will act different. That is called polymorphism. In the concept of C++. Okay? Object-oriented program. See. So how it can be achieved? Computer, how to identify? If the name is same, if there are two persons with same name called Sai, then how can I identify who is I am calling whom? So we give some identifier after that. Similarly, that is called signature. Signature. So that will be identified by the signature. So what is signature? Function model sign the limit. No. Signature of the function is its arguments, its return type. These are called signature. Okay. We also call them as prototype or so public int add int a int b. It is one class. Public int add int a int b. So what is it? Is a member function having two integer type of argument. It is here I have declared another add, same name, add is also add, but it has three parameters, three arguments. That means the signature is different. Here, name is same, but the signature is means parameter is different. Altogether, we can say the signature is different. Because then what will happen? In sum, it is equal to here it is adding two numbers, here it is adding three numbers. Likewise, in real life example, I am not taking any name. Suppose somebody there are two students in a class. Someone name is Akshay. Nobody is here. Okay. Suppose there are two options. Okay. One is Motu, another is Akshay. But the name is same. So how whenever I the teacher will call, whenever the main function is calling, here the main function, here in the past teacher. Suppose when the teacher is calling Akshay, who will respond? Akshay Motu, Akshay Motu. That means name is same, but signature is different. Clear? Here there is no Motu. Here what is there? The argument, the return type. If I will vary them, the function name will be set, but they will be differentiated in different ways. Clear? Clear? Making sense? See, public integer are one integer A, integer B. We are finding out the sum over here, and here there are three integers, and I am finding out the sum. Clear? Now, for the main function, public static void main string arguments. Here, now the concept will come over. Test OB is equal to new test. So by this line, what I am doing? I am creating the object of the class test. Here, after that, what is happening? Int sum1 is equal to ob dot add 1 2. That means अभी मैं बोल दिया कि अक्षय मोटू, तो मोटू कौन है? That means ob1 2 means I am passing what? Two integer type of parameter. So who will be invoked? The function who have two integer parameters. Yes or no? Suppose there will be some function which have one integer, one float. I'll call by this. Will that be invoked? No, because also the sequence of the parameter matches. Sequence. First put a float, then put an integer. So that function will be invoked. Clear? Now it is very good explained. Int sum is equal to ob dot add 1 2. So who will be invoked? It is first method will be invoked. Clear? Clear? Next, whenever I call int sum is equal to ob dot add 1 2 3. Who will be invoked? The first one. Okay, good. If I call so int sum is equal to ob dot add 5. Who will be called? Nothing. It will show you error because no such function is declared. Name is add, that is fine, but no function accepts one argument. Clear? Now this console dot write line it is to show the output. Clear? Now it will. Concept is clear. Overloading. That means I am adding extra meaning to the function. Clear? Next we go to overriding. The overriding भी क्या है? Overloading, overriding क्या है? So overriding occurs when a subclass provides a specific implementation of subclass A. Derived class. Superclass है ना? Subclass. Base class. ठीक है? Method overriding occurs when a subclass provides a specific implementation for a method that is already defined in the superclass. The method in the subclass must have the same signature. See, this is what I was explaining. Same signature as the method in the base class. By overriding a method, the subclass can modify the behavior of the inherited method. Here. So, in inheritance, what we are doing simply if there is a function we are inheriting that and we are using that. But we are not changing the basic property of that function. Whatever is there, we are calling that, we are using it. But here what we will do? Overriding. In overriding, we can change. We can change the definition of the base class function. The definition of the base class function can be changed in the derived class. That is called overriding. Now let us see how it is possible. अभी आप लोग सोच रहे होंगे सर आपको वहां पर दिख रहा है अभी बोलिए इसका क्या यूज है सर यूज क्या यूज है सपोज देयर आर some functions already defined in the system यहाँ पर जैसे आप लोगों को मैं दिखाया ये सपोज देखो सब defined है clear but think of a scenario when you would like to change the definition हमको कुछ चाहिए कि नहीं ये जो लिखा है हम उसको मॉडिफाई करके अपने हिसाब से करें तभी क्या है आप अगर उसका ओरिजिनल जो डेफिनेशन है उसको अगर चेंज कर दोगे तो इट इज नॉट रीयूजेबल आप उसको एक बार यूज करिए जब वो उसको यूज करेगा उसके लिए वो यूजफुल नहीं हो तो व्हाट विल हैपन यू यूज दिस कांसेप्ट ऑफ ओवरराइडिंग सो यू इनहेरिट इट you override it you override you change the definition for each project but not for entire all the projects clear we are not changing the whatever is there in the installation you are not breaking the installation you are modifying overriding the function and writing on your own clear समझ में आ रहा है बाकी उसका जो है उसको रहने देते हैं वो बाकी कौन यूज करेगा किसके लिए यूजफुल हो सकता है तो यूज नहीं होगा वो लेके ओवरराइड करेगा अभी कॉन्सेप्ट online participants are you getting the concept is it clear Rishika, Rachita and other offline participants here.
Yes, sir.
Now, see, it is a simple example. But you are not going to write this animal, eat, dog, cat in the program. Because in the program, real concept will come when you will override. Okay? But remember, you cannot override everything. आप अगर सोच रहे होगे ऐसा है तो I will derive everything and I will override everything and I will write on my own. No, everything cannot be overridden because final class you can final function of final you cannot override that. Abstract you cannot override that. Okay. So which are override that which can be overridden ideally that is mentioned by it is virtual key. Okay. Virtual. Those are virtual. You can override. But suppose something is final, you cannot override that. That is not override and allowed. It is not allowed to override. You know, that is fine. Full and fine. That is the seed class. You cannot do any tampering in that. If you tamper everything, the system will not work. That means that is your software. That is not Microsoft software. Okay. So there are certain things are there which you cannot override. Suppose you want that the whatever defined in this system, I would like to override that. No, there is something which is final, which is sealed. So here let us jump to the example. Class animal. It is the base class, public, virtual, void, move. It is one function. In the base class animal, one function is this. In another function is it. Clear? These are two functions. Then I'll go to this dog class. Class dog inheriting which class? Animal. Colon animal means animal is being inherited to dog. Very good. Now, public override void move. So what I am doing here, I am now overriding the definition of the base class function. Getting the concepts here? Here also move function is there. Move is there. Move is here. Yes or no? So what I am doing? I am overriding. I am overriding this function. It is virtual in nature, and I am trying to override. Public override void move. So everything is same, but I am overriding as it is virtual. I cannot override the final. I cannot override the abstract functions. Clear? But it is virtual, so I am able to override. So by overriding, what I am doing? I am changing the definition. Only here console write line. We can write so many lines of code if it is required for you. So console.write line C. I am writing some different line. Dog is running. Here animal is moving. Here I am overriding. Dog is running. I am changing. Yes or no? I am modifying. Then after that, what is there? Public void bar. It is another function of its own of the dog class. It is not inherited from the animal class. Clear? So here it is its own. जैसे कि इनहेरिटेंस हो गया मेरा कुछ खुद का जो प्रॉपर्टी है जो इनहेरिटेड नहीं है ये है वही कंसेप्ट ये है खुद का फंक्शन डॉग क्लास का बात so consider that in dog is back fine now class test it is the class where we are going to test all these things public static void main string arguments dog class का हमने यहाँ पर एक ऑब्जेक्ट बनाया dog is equal to new dog अच्छा है उसके बाद d dot move means who will be called d dot move. D is the object of which class? Dog class. So who will be invoked? The function which has been overridden. क्योंकि मैं उसको चेंज कर देना यहाँ पर वहां से लाया वहां से लाके मैं यहाँ पर उसका डेफिनेशन को चेंज कर दी तो अभी रॉम कौन सा होगा जो चेंज हो गया लेटेस्ट वाला मेरा जो है कि नहीं ये वाला रॉम होगा ठीक आफ्टर दैट d.eat क्या I have not overridden that d.eat is here as it is so animal is eating clear after that what I am invoking after that d.bar ये तो इसी का खुद का फंक्शन इसको क्या जो है वही ठीक concept is clear its practical application is whenever here you will override some concepts see public virtual it is definition part it is the definition part will come across some scenarios whenever there are some see it is also virtual public virtual JSON result object data see it is the example in your front public virtual JSON is a virtual function so you can override it if it is required because JSON file nothing has been sent over here if it is needed then public void dispose void it is not it is virtual is the this one public virtual JSON result public virtual void you can override these things clear getting the concept parallelly with the practical field what I am saying that exists in the real life scenario and you have to do today you may not need that but whenever practical application you will require next abstract class in C# an abstract class is a class that cannot be instantiated directly Now let us jump here, then we'll go to the concept. See, it is the abstract class. I have declared abstract class animal, and here I have the abstract. I have get set done all these things. Now I'll go to here cat. Cat class has been inherited from this animal class. So this cat class inherits from this animal class. Here, now see what I am doing. Public override string sound is equal to mute. Here public abstract string sound get, that means I'll get the sound from here. I am sending the sound. Meow. It will be shown for the cat, and for the dog also the sound is seen. Okay. Then here I am overriding who move. Move function is being overridden. See, move it is virtual. Move function it is virtual. Same thing. You are the same. And a virtual class I am able to override in the derived class. An animal, a cat can move for a dog move walking like a cat. I am overriding. Whatever it is moving, I am overriding. This override locally, I am moving. Override doesn't move like lady, walking like a cat. So it will be the for the whenever I invoke this. Similarly, in the dog class, what is there? Public override string sound. I am overriding this sound because public string, see, public abstract string, I am able to override. I am overriding. Then I have given the sound. It is lambda expression. It is called lambda expression. Implies that nothing is implies. So we come across this. Then public override void move. This is also overriding that. Now we will go to the main program. Here polystatic void main. Because it is the console application. Here we are writing the main and main program. From the main program, I am invoking the other part by creating the object. As you do in your C++. Object. Here animal array. Here I have created an array. New animal, new cat, new dog. That means new cat is what? The object of cat. New dog is the object of dog. Here instead of writing this, we can declare one object for the cat, one object for the dog. Okay. What I am doing? Array of objects. Array of objects. Here, array is a collection of similar type of element stored under one name in a contiguous memory location. Similarly, here I have declared two objects of the animal class. Here, one for cat, one for dog. Here for each, you will also come across this thing. For each. Till now we have used for while. Do while. For each is another good looking concept. For each animal in animals. इसका मतलब क्या बोलते हैं? Animal in animals क्या है? Animal. So this means see. Try to understand the concept. Only if you say grammatically animal. No, it matters. How it matters? See, animal array. Here I have given animals. So in animals means ये इसके अंदर जो है. Animal is the what? Class name. Animal class का object. Animal class का object कौन है? यहाँ पर डिक्लेयर किया कैट डॉग. परफेक्ट. तो यहाँ पर मैंने क्या किया? Animal class परफेक्ट प्लेस एनिमल इसको छोड़ दो. इंटीजर x में लिखो. int x मतलब x है इंटीजर टाइप. ये सुन है कि नहीं? तो यहाँ पर मैं वही लिखा animal means capital A animal. It is the class name. Match it. It is the class name. ये क्लास का ये है ऑब्जेक्ट. मतलब ये एनिमल फिर कौन है? ये है ये जो आर. इसके अंदर जो एनिमल्स है, जो एनिमल का ऑब्जेक्ट है. Is it making sense? The naming is given such a way that we will be confused, but intentionally it is given so that we can learn the concept. What is this animal? What is that animal? What is that animal? Clear? So in animals also it matters. Whenever tomorrow you create models or something else, see here animals. Those concepts matter. Animals. Animals, here you have declared the array of animal objects. That is the animals. Here, all lagi bujo. এটা animals. এটা animals. Hala? Int x eat. I can write int x in some array. Yes, no? Similarly, here animal, animal in animals. The animals is the array of animals is the confused formula. Animals जो लिखा है सेटा होची array of animals. एरी मध्य टा करते हैं cat है, मतलब dog है. So what it is doing? It is traversing one by one. We are writing for int I is equal to 0, I less than 10, I plus plus, something like this. Here for each मतलब इसके अंदर जो जो है सबके लिए. For each, I can say for each item in this, it will also solve your problem. I can write here. I can also modify this line of code like this. For each item in, for each var item in animals. Var is a beautiful thing. It can point to anything. Their character float list anything. So you can write it var x in animal. I can rewrite it for each I can write for each item in animals. मीन्स एनिमल में जो है यहाँ पर जो है यहाँ पर सबको एक एक करके पहला ये वाला ट्रावर्स होगा, फिर ये वाला ट्रावर्स होगा. आपका लूप में क्या हो रहा था? फॉर I is equal to 0, I less than 10 और साइज I plus एक एक करके हम ट्रावर्स कर रहे थे. यहाँ पर क्या हो गया? फॉर ईच कभी यूज किया हो? ये हो ना तुम्हारा आंसर clear? You know the concept. Then console write line the animal dot get type name get type dot name का नेम दिखेगा एक एक करके. फिर एनिमल डॉट साउंड एक एक करके साउंड को सपोज पहले आया कैट का नेम आएगा, फिर उसका साउंड भी आएगा. ठीक, साउंड और मूव you have to modify this. Now we will go to the interface. Know the for each. So I did not. Now interface. So what is the use of interface? Interface is another point. What the use? Trust नहीं है. क्या बार multiple units पढ़ते? Interface कौन होगी? Real life में interface कौन? Everything. Suppose भारत में आज ही कोई लोकड़ा ऐसी कोई मैट आने से मैट का मुझे तो सिर्फ खाए. कि तुम्हारा ड्रेस सफा कर दो. ठीक है? काली सकाल आउट मेरे से बोला तुमने. जरा हम ऑफिस में जाने तो तुम्हारे को मेरे सफा करो. कि कोड ड्रेस में सफा कर जाने तो आज ऐसा साफ कर सकते हैं. ऐसा टाइट कर ऐसा एरिया. तो तुम्हें कोड ड्रेस सफा कर दो. अगर तुम ऑफिस में जाने ये एडवर्टाइजमेंट बढ़िया वर्षन थी जी बगे से बगे. बट practically it is not happening. Can anyone say which doesn't have mass network? No, it can't say because those are data abstraction. So what is happening? You are visualizing those parts which is required. You are not able to visualize unnecessary details. So if my cloth is dirty, you can say sir this cloth is dirty. If it is clean, that is fine. But in who you are saying, what detergent is being used, that is none of the business. So come to this here. Suppose my aim is to retrieve data from the database. My point is to retrieve data from the database. List of employees who have salaries more than 2.5. Clear? So if I will not use this concept, I have to always go to what detergent is being used, who is working. That means always I have to go to the, suppose I am using SQL server. I have to go to the SQL server. I have to write the query. I have to return the data. But if I suppose I designate this gentleman, sir, it is your duty to give me the data. Now what I will do? he will now deal with from where he will get the data. Now I say, sir, I need the list of 20 employees whose salary is 1 lakh. I am not bothered. I am not bothered about what database. Suppose the lady is sitting beside gentleman. She is the database. She is the database. Okay. What database is being used? I am not bothered about that. What I need data. It is now your botheration. It's not my botheration. I need data. You give me data. Now it is implemented in your side. Suppose that lady is the SQL server, you have to write query accordingly. How to retrieve data from SQL server. If that lady is our MySQL, it is another database. Then you have to modify your query accordingly to retrieve data from that database. Am I changing? I am simply asking, give me data. Clear? That means this gentleman is my interface. Yes or no? ମୁଁ ଏବେ ତାଙ୍କୁ ମତେ ଆଣି ଦିଟା ମସଲା ସିଏ ଗଲେ ମାର୍କେଟକୁ ଧରି ପଳେଇଲେ ସପୋଜ ସେ ପାଖ ଦୋକାନ ନାହିଁ ସେ ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ ଦୋକାନ ଗଲେ ଆଣିକି ଆସିଲେ ବଟ୍ ଇଜ ଇଟ୍ ବଦରିଂ ମି it's your botheration it's not my botheration that means I am creating an interface for the concept then will job over ठीक है काली सकाळे कोन होबो कि से लेडी बसते से लेडी काली से उठियो आउ लेडी बसले कि से आउ उठला ताको बोधेसन से केमति कोडिंग करी आपण ताको डाटा केमति आनी ताको कामटा केमति करे but I am not bothered means I am means who am I my project is not bothering पाटू कसले त्या ड्राइंग करायची my project is not bothering in my project I am calling the interface I am getting the data my project code is not going to change because my code has been written in such a way that I can retrieve data from him. That is same. That person is not changing, but that person might change. आज तुम्हें जाओ तो पाखरे मार्केट में सिर्फ रसगुल्ला नहीं है, तब फिर बॉन्ड दूर मार्केट में रसगुल्ला नहीं है. Clear? That means पाखरे का ऐसा कौन होगा? Suppose today I am using MySQL, he will code accordingly. Tomorrow he will use MongoDB, he will code accordingly. That means that small part of code is going to be changed, not the entire code. That is the clean code. सबरे समझ लेंगे रियल लाइफ चेंज करा सबरे इज बदमाश कर कोड यूज करे कोड इज फिक्स सेटिंग कोन हो फिर जो तुम कोई चेंज हो सके चेंज हो प्लगइन्स है प्लगइन को देन देखा ଗୋଟେ एग्जांपल दो ए डाटा जी सप्लाई अछि सपोज ये सप्लाई डाटा कॉपी हम बाबू गाड़ी की पकड़ ले बट ये तर चल आप जोना कोड का और असले एडा ना क्लास माय मेन प्रोग्राम जो मोर एक्चुअल प्रोग्राम चल my actual program this is the interface only programs that is middleware so तुम साथ में लास्ट में पढ़े थे middleware पढ़े थे ना तो इधर middleware खाली आना इंजेक्शन आणि लगे दिया क्लियर ओके अब कांसेप्ट बुझला पाठ बुझियो इंटरफेस को an interface is defined using the interface keyword similar to the class. An interface is completely abstract class. Abstract class कौन सा इंग्लिश क्या अगर हम पढ़ले abstract class तार से definition नहीं हमें तो define कर ले हमें का भाई definition दे ले हाँ कि नहीं हमें का definition दे completely abstract class में तार definition किसी ना है typically product वाली एटा होती राममोहन एटा सांबमोहन एटा दामोहन बट घर तो कहीं नहीं जे रहला सेला राम क्लियर सिमिलरली एटी कोन है जी एटी कोन है देखो पाठक क्लास यूजिंग सिस्टम इंटरफेस का नाम दिया हां खाली एटा यूज हो खाली ना हो इन दिस क्लास पर है इंटरफेस कॉन्सेप्ट बिकॉज़ इट इज द क्लीन कोड क्लीन कोड নহলে কোন ये लोग सब मजे में मत मोर वाला प्रोग्राम तू सब डाटाबेस लिख दी पूरा कोड लिख दी database SQL server syntax है MySQL server syntax से एक नहीं those are different so I will write code today I will write code for SQL server tomorrow I have to change my code for MySQL day after tomorrow I may have to change my code for MongoDB so it is not good. Okay. So see here, the interface, inter one. Now it is void display. Nothing is defined. Nothing is defined. Simply the prototype. Prototype. Nothing is, no definition is here. Void display. Khatam. With class test inherits whom? The base class inter one. Clear? Here I am defining public void display demonstration of interface. Clear? ठीक ଅଛି ଆଉ ଦୁଇ ପାଠ ଏଟା ଆମ କାମରେ କଣ ୟୁଜ ହବ କନସେପ୍ଟ ବୁଝିଗଲ ଏବେ ଆସ now we will get the beauty of this interface ଏଠି ଗୋଟେ MyDB context ଗୋଟେ ବନେଇ ଦେଇଛି ଆପଣ ତାକୁ ଡିଲିଟ କରିଦିଅ ମୁଁ ଇଚ୍ଛା ନାହିଁ ଡିଲିଟ କରିଦିଅ ବଟ୍ ଡିଲିଟ କରିଦିଅ because ଏଠି ମୁଁ କଣ କରିଥିଲି ଡାଇରେକ୍ଟଲି ଲେଖିଥିଲି ମୋ ଡାଟାବେସ୍ ରେ କଣ କଣ ଦରକାର କାମ now I will use the interface add new class interface maybe interface or nada it is interface or nada then the naming convention is I should start it from I data service here I data service okay. Now our interface is clear public interface and data service clear for talas मिल जाए तो ठीक है interface दिया है बात तो दो मैंने सी को नाम गरम लगे से जाली के अच्छा हो बोलो तो से तो इससे ना कोई भूल नहीं कोई यार मतलब एबे व्हाट आई हैव डन इंटरफेस की खुशी में बड़े प्रोग्राम नहीं लगता देखो तो व्हाट आई हैव डन हियर public interface I data services here I have declared two what function ये मैं कौन करी बहुत मैसेज तो मैंने वो ट्राई कर डिफाइन किया वो डेफिनेशन लेके जबरदस्त ट्राई से कौन लिखा नेमिंग रूल वायलेशन द वर्ड मस्ट बिगिन विथ अपर केस था अपर केस लिख देना मॉड मींस not all code starts internet है हम इंटरनेट करेगा वो पसंद नहीं है I declare कर देंगे देखिए नेमिंग वायलेशन कैपिटल कर दो और करके सेट कर दो पर ये बढ़िया एतिके हे गेला मु ए कोन करी এটা ইন্টারফেসটা খালি বনেই দিই মানে আমাদের কোন কইলা পরে এটি কিছু করিনি ঠিক আছে ঘর খালি বনেই দিলে স্টিকার মারি এলোকতার এলোকতার কিছু মুখ তাড়িয়ে কিছু কাম নেই যে ভাবে তাই করতে কাম করে তো আমি কোন করি what I do now I have to implement the interface where I will implement it again I will implement this in another class I'll create another class and class ideally you should give the same name as that of the class name instead of I don't write the I but rest you should keep it as same suppose data services data services देखिए, it is iData service, it is data service. Clear? देखिए, class, okay करें. Now it is a normal class, nothing is here. It's a खाली class. But if I want this class should implement the interface, माने से जो जो लोगों ने नाम लिखा है कि घरे रहो. Now it is time to put people into that room. मेरा तालों को सिलेक्ट करो. What I have done? I have created the definitions. No, not the definition. I have given the prototypes, but I have not defined what that prototype will do. Now it's time to define. So where I will define? I will define in the where it is being implemented. So it is normal class, nothing no error. But what I should do? I should again use the concept of inheritance. Hold on. Compare I data service. बढ़िया इबे देखो कितना लिखा पड़े एरर पड़े कौन एरर पड़ेगा देखो क्यों कहने तब पर्सन data service does not implement the interface method तमाम का लगा तमाम implement करो आपको inherit करो but किसी implement करो you have inherited that interface but you have not implemented the member function so what we will do हमें तो in also interface service we don't need to write anything so what we will do simply write सब उसे लिख दो मनु में देखो error हो जाए error तो potential fixes implement interface मार दी गोटे क्लिक सब हां ये जो कौन also that means here this is public int calculate public string mod names the both the names are same as I have declared in the interface कर हो गई है so here I should define ये कौन कौन गोटे इंटरफेस में देओ आउटलाइन व्यू दे कौन कौन से फंक्शन अछि कौन कौन इंप्लीमेंट व्हाट आर द फंक्शंस एंड व्हिच आर टू बी इंप्लीमेंट ये यहां पर सब कुछ मुझे दे कि आपको ये इंप्लीमेंट करना है वहां पर जो जो है यहां पर वही वही फंक्शन इंप्लीमेंट होगा क्लियर नाउ हियर यू हैव टू राइट व्हाट इट इज थ्रो न्यू नॉट इंप्लीमेंटेड एक्सेप्शन simple line and it has not been implemented so you have to implement it. You have to write code for this right suppose calculate here I have to write my own code anything I will write int x is equal to 40 30 we are not going to this return sum okay but we are not going to do these operations addition subtraction no what you have to do suppose I have to get data from the database so what I'll write the connection string over connection string will be written somewhere else in the setting of JSON here you have to retrieve the data you have to write the code for retrieving the data getting the point now you will use this function yeah that is what interface is ठीक बुझिलो बुझिलो समझते बड़े एक दूसरे इधर डेफिनेशन क्या लिखियो सेटा हम तरह का बड़े abstraction का है ना data abstraction is a property by which only the essential details are shown to the user and non-essential details are hidden from the user those which are not required that is not in C# abstraction is achieved with the help of abstract classes and interfaces because interfaces भी use कर लो abstraction भी use कर लो in this way we are able to abstract the concept यहाँ से abstract abstract class is used by using abstract keyword these are the properties abstract method can be declared within only inside the abstract class के अंदर ही abstract method रहेगा ताकि properties cannot be defined directly to the abstract method यहाँ पर property declared नहीं होगा the actual task or behavior of the abstract method is implemented in the direct class already we have seen in the direct class we are defining the functionality it is not defined in the base clear After class cannot declare a static. And have an example. It is the demo abstraction. After class set. After class, it is a class name. Then public abstract in area. Area function. It is abstract. So it will be implemented where? In the derived class. Now, where is the class? Derived class, which is deriving, is inheriting the set. Set. Next, after inheriting, what it is doing? Private inside public square int x is equal to 0. Public square as a function right now. It is own function. Then area is here. Public override area. It is the part which I should. Here, here I am overriding the area data member function. Here member function is abstract, so it is not declared here. As it is abstract class, here I can declare the abstract function. Function is defined here. Okay. Now here I am declaring calling the set sh is equal to new square 4. New square 4. I am calling. Then after that I will be able to calculate the area and display. Then using interfaces. Interfaces already we have discussed. I hope it is clear. So it is one example of this interface. For practical application, here you are going to use it. Here it is one. It is my interface iData services. Okay. So here I have not defined anything in the data services class. Here I am defining the function. I am not actually agent in the definition. That is only the outline. So it is definition. Yeah. Thank you. So with this, we come to the end of this session. So you practice these programs given. I am sharing this one. It is a superset of the whatever shared in the morning session. You just try to do these things using console application.